November 1st, 2025. I talked about October being a lot. What I look forward to November is more so, see how I just went straight to it. My top three goals, I'll tell you at the end of November. How do I want to feel? I want to feel happy. I want to feel successful. I want to be rich. I don't want to feel, I want to be rich. Month mindset. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. So just make the most of what the situation or what the circumstance is. Creative activity I'll do this month. I'll actually make an effort into making a creative video. So for YouTube. So instead of me doing this whole thing where I just talk and as much as like what's her name, Wizard Liz? You know how she does her own formats for videos. This is not inspired, but this is basically what it is. An easy setup. She talks. I can't close the door because my Mac is charging. But I would want to make something like produce, like what's her name? Life as free life as free. What was her name? Is this her name? Is that her name? Life as vlog. Am I saying that correctly? Life as, and the way I actually saw it somewhere, I actually saw the name. That is not her name. I'm just saying this anime character. Is that her name? Is this her name? Frida? Is that the name? Nope. Life as, what? You know what? If I do cinematic vlog, I think her video will come out. Cinematic vlog. It doesn't have to be a travel vlog. Guess what? So remember when I was like Life as Frieza? Her name is Life of Riza.
Monopoly Double Play is back.
No, Life of Riza. So if I were to make content, it will most likely be like this. Slice of life, making the world more beautiful than it actually is. Blah 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 blah. I think that's something, and a creative activity I'll actively do, and also I'll dance more. I will definitely dance more this month if I can, but that's something I'm really working towards. Um, how would I recharge my energy? I think I personally would do new things. I feel like I haven't explored, and summer is the best place for exploring because it's really cold outside now, but I genuinely would really explore now. New month. How am I taking care of myself? Ooh, that's a good thing because I need to I need to really work on like doing my hair and then like self-care and then a lot of skin care, nail care, hair care, just a general consensus of everything. Um where can I grow this month? Spiritually, most likely. Um oh, these ones are like check-ins at the end. But what else? I'm just looking at Pinterest at this point for like journaling prompts, so I'll just answer them here. Oh, I'd want to do more self care days, solo dates, dates with friends and family, study days. Yeah, sure. um, Journal questions. These are just like general journal questions, self discovery questions. But actually, it's good that these kind of. Let me save this one actually, so I can answer this when I'm doing like my deep and introspective. Because for my, even if it wasn't my birthday, I feel like just around this time is when I actually feel like my age. So like when I actually feel like, oh, I'm turning the next age, that's when I really lock in, like in general. Last year was cute. It was genuinely cute. Me, I was like, I don't even know what I did. I consciously invited people to things. I don't like, oh, this is something about me. This is something about me. I don't do parties. I do not do parties. I will never bring people who don't know each other into the same space. Never. That's me personally. I would never host a party. One, in general. Two, in my house. Three, with people not knowing each other. I would do like a get together, slumber party, sleepover where everyone knows each other. We're all together. But I'm not the kind of person to bring random people together because I hated being the only one that knew the celebrants and I didn't know anyone else and even though I'm like such an extrovert, you would think if I'm comfortable with someone I can be an extrovert, like extremely. But if I'm with people I don't know, I'm not comfortable. I am as silent as a mouse. Like you have no idea how invisible I can like make myself in a space. So I don't know why that just came out. And I don't know what we were talking about, but if I last okay, yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like so last year I intentionally brought my friends to do something. So I did an escape room with one friend. I did like a VR headset zombie game thing with another friend. Because my wow, I really did those things. And then on the day itself, I had class. That was so funny, but I left early. But it was really chill. It was really nice. Then to this year, I don't know what I'm doing, but I don't want something huge. I don't want something grand, but I want something different. That's like okay, yeah, I remember my birthday. My birthday last 2 years, 2023. Oh my gosh, it was so depressing for no reason. I think 2023 as a whole was just not real for me, and I'm glad we've moved past that. But oh my goodness, let's see. Um, New month. I think I've answered most of these journaling questions that I actually want to answer. Um, oh, I'm going to set financial goals and create a budget. Yeah. Oh, consider a relationship you want to nurture this month. A relationship I want to nurture. I mean, most of my friends are busy, so if anything, instead of nurturing relationships I have, I'm going to make new ones. I'm going to connect with even more people and be open to that. But I'm not someone. I'm really not someone that just talks to anyone. It's always this kind of thing of like feeling your vibes, and low key, high key. I'm not this kind of person to point fingers of oh this person isn't talking to me or da da da. Because in their own minds they may think the same thing. Everyone is just sitting there waiting for someone to like make a move of like who's going to communicate. But I'm just like sometimes I don't even need to talk to you before I already see the energy that you're bringing. That's me personally. And of course I can talk to people, but in terms of like building a relationship and the humor that we're going to share and everything, the way I laugh with someone like Zikora now that you've seen in the previous video versus like one of my classmates at the moment, oh god, different. Because you already feel comfortable with this person enough to make jokes and jokes that will actually land. I hate when I make a joke and then the person is just staring at me. I'm like, bruh, laugh. Anyway, what excites me the most about this new month? My birthday. What describe a memory you'd like to create or experience that'd be unique? A memory. I think definitely a like a candlelit dark ambient thing with people. It may not be a dinner. It could be like I said, like a sleepover or something like that. I think that's what that could alter my brain chemistry. Let's see. What's my least favorite moment about this month? Ooh, my least favorite moment would be the disassociation I had. I feel like if I don't remember a day, that means the day really took its toll on me, honestly. And the fact that I don't remember a lot of days, if not for these pictures. So I would say I was emotionally drained this month, or rather last month, October. So we're going to record November like our life. What? We're going to record November like our life depends on it. And no one is forcing you. It's just it. Oh, like my friend Marilyn. Oh my gosh, Marilyn is so cool. God, like she's at 7K followers. This is Marilyn. Marilyn is the Marilyn is so cool. And then, um, yeah, like this is the content that she pulls out. Like she has been so consistent with her workflow, and she too, she's doing that whole 75 hard, but it's with content, and her videos are blowing up like mad. Look, 21,000 followers, views 10,000. So on average, an average post has 1,900 views. An average post. And this girl is doing 120,000 views.
At 20 years
Girl.
old, I'm writing a trilogy, but this is how I know.
Wow. Marilyn is so cool. So, obviously, I'm not doing what she's doing because even posting on Instagram is, me, I'm scared. But maybe on YouTube at least, I can do something like that. But I'm so proud of her and her journey. And 7,000, like, within 2 weeks, bruh, it's not real. So that's what I personally work on, and just like consistency. And I want to have my life in order, or at least present it that way, because we all know social media is fake. We all know that. So if instead of like faking that, I'm just going to get with the program. There's this person who is also brutally honest, and she's so real. There are two YouTubers that have that thing. What's her name? Why don't I remember? I don't remember their names. What was her name? Exactly. Kaya Next Door. I watch her videos like mad. And then what's her other name? What this other person's name? And Via Lee. Yeah, those two. They're so real. Like they don't even pretend like they have, especially with Via, like her own thing is like, oh, her dealing with anxiety, how she not struggles, how she overcomes that, how she's just able to do her own thing, living alone, not really needing a relationship, and what her relationship to friendship and romance even looks like, and things like that. I feel like, and you see me, I'm not this kind of person to talk about people. I've noticed like in my own channel, like I barely talk about other people, and it was always that safety belt of like what version of yourself do you want to show to people. And I'm like, if I continue being like a hard guy and I'm just talking about wisdom and you see, the thing about life is that and if I do all these things, it comes off as standoffish in a way. And this is me saying it. No one has said this to me. Like I said, no one watches this in the first place. No one watches these videos in the first place. But the people that do, meanwhile, it's like my two friends. When they watch it, they're like, oh, that's so real, blah, 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 that's so real. But it's always, in my own opinion, it seems like it comes off as like a standoffish way of like, oh yeah, da, da, da. But I want it to be real. I want it to be realistic. And not one thing have I said is untrue. Based off of my character, I'm someone who is really emotional leaning, and I'm someone who's very direct as well about certain things. And sometimes I don't like being as vulnerable, you know. First of all, I'm also really English. I'm also really specific on what I post about myself online. So specific. To the point that there are certain things I still haven't mentioned that's like prime knowledge about myself, you know? But yeah, I think that kind of wraps that segment up. I don't even know what all that was about. But let's do the last question, then we end it. Ooh. This one seemed too deep. Let me talk about something that and my idea I was just talking about being real and all that. But this one's genuinely were really deep. What can I do to be my highest self? I don't know about highest self. I feel like just in general, like life is always like this, and my own personality is going to be like this. If anything, if anything, it's going to be like this, But I don't think it'll ever be like this, because that's another blessing about age. Being able to experience parts of it, you're like, wow. If I could tell my first year self about all that she's going to go through, hey. But it's good that that 2023, that was a canon event. That's the time where you're like, wow, things are serious, and you're really the one that's going to pull yourself out of things. Like, God is there to protect you, grace is there to make sure, But if you don't want something to repeat itself, you have to work. And it's not financial work that we're talking about, but it's just efforts, Ooh, this is wisdom. Someone out there needs your writing. So even not even writing, but just like your voice as well. So I'm so blessed, really, to have a voice like this, because the way I say things can hit a mark in someone's life, but I haven't really been in people's life to hit the mark, Just like I said, the people I know are my friends. If I were to run for a politician right now, I'm going to fail woefully. Not because of the societal factors that hinder me, but the fact that I'm generally not as popular as... I feel like I'm known, but I'm not popular, Like, people know my name, but people don't really know me, But the thing is, do I even want people to know me? Bruh. And if I just magically become... not magically, but like gracefully, with consistency, effort, and God, if I become a big content creator, influencer, like, let's say Wisdom K level, but like, let's say for podcast, education, film, something in that stream of like intellectual, like surrealist pipeline media control, that kind of thing. If I become someone who's well known in that aspect, how well would I manage myself? But I feel like I'd still be the same, but with more money. Bro, I can't wait to be rich. I am now, but richer. Anyway, so this is now like a pipeline of other things. So when I see things like this, I already know that this is like, my birthright. Like, and it really just depends on the actions taken now. So what this month is going to do is I'm going to push limits. I'm actually going to do things that I've never done before, and I'm going to make it a priority of mine. But yeah, cheers to a new month. Love you all so much for staying in this journey for 5 years I've had this channel. Love you guys so much. Can't wait to see the next steps.